To be free from suffering and to transcend the cycle of rebirth, we must understand that the five aggregates are anatta, not self, and that all phenomena are anatta. We need to see that this body and mind are entirely empty. Nothing has inherent selfhood. Even knowledge and understanding themselves do not truly exist. This realization is the goal, for the mind to return to its pure original state. Remember this clearly. Our mind is an emptiness, clear and unconditioned. It is neither arising nor ceasing, neither dark nor light, and is free from concepts like virtue, non-virtue, merit or demerit. It transcends the notions of self or beings. There is no future, no past, and not even the concept of the present. Yet it is present in itself continuously. It has no language, no sense of a knower, and no known. This is our mind in its purest essence, an immortal element, the fundamental origin of all things. While everything else is a fabricated or conditioned element, our mind is the original, pure essence, free from any conditioning or fabrication. It is entirely untainted and has no inherent attributes or selfhood. The belief that we have accumulated merit, that we have been born into this world, that we are male or female, or that we possess a family, possessions, or wealth, all these concepts are absent. They dissolve away. The mind, in its true nature, remains unconditioned and pure, untouched by any constructs or identifications. The suffering we have experienced in reality no longer exists. The happiness we thought we had also vanishes. There is no knower or known, no sense of self or understanding. This represents the ultimate freedom from suffering and the end of all fabrications. It is the state beyond all conditioning. Remember this. Our mind is composed of ignorance. It does not know what the stimuli affecting it are. When something touches the mind, it translates this into a sensation, which leads to the mind's fabrications, known as citta sankhara. The mind, influenced by these fabrications, assigns value to the stimuli, and thus concepts and narratives arise. This gives rise to the sense of self and ownership, even though we never truly had a self. We are, in essence, pure emptiness. When we rely on these mental fabrications, the sense of self and identity emerges. The citta sankhara, which is an abstract phenomenon, fabricates and assigns value to the physical form, creating the notion that this body is ours. Thus, we perceive both body and mind as distinct entities, and we further identify with our possessions. This is delusion, ignorance, avidya, where we mistakenly believe ourselves to be human. In reality, we have never truly been human or born into this world. This is the world of conceptualization, of mental fabrications, where suffering is inherent. It is the world of suffering truths, a cycle of suffering and a cycle of fabrications. This world is one of suffering, a world where all phenomena are the result of mental fabrications and delusions. The Buddha pointed out to us that the five aggregates are anatta, not self. We should not cling to anything, whether it be the body, thoughts, mental images, emotions, or even the acts of perception and memory. All these are anatta, not us or ours. There is nothing that is truly us or ours, including knowledge and understanding itself. Everything is empty and pure, transcending all conventional labels and possessions. Realize that nothing can be held or owned. This is the essence of practice, to gain insight into the nature of anatta and to awaken to this understanding. Realize that nothing has inherent selfhood. There is no true entity existing anywhere. If one achieves such realization, may they be blessed. We must make a solemn vow because setting such an intention will direct our mind towards a resolute aspiration. We should make this vow by envisioning millions of Buddhas before us, seated on luminous, transparent thrones, shining brightly. With hands folded in reverence and kneeling, we make our vow before these sacred figures. May all the Buddhas be my witnesses. From this moment forward, I solemnly vow to diligently listen to and practice the Dharma. I will awaken to observe my mind, recognizing thoughts, emotions, and even the act of perception as natural phenomena, neither self nor belonging to self. There is no inherent identity or true self in these phenomena. I will not cling to any of these fabrications or illusions. This lifetime shall be my final rebirth. Once I achieve enlightenment in the Dharma, I will transmit this understanding to my descendants and others, teaching them to awaken to their own inner nature. They will be guided to avoid attachment to thoughts, emotions, and perceptions, as such attachments perpetuate existence. I dedicate this vow as an offering to the Supreme Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. When we make such a vow with our hearts, let us do so with unwavering resolve. The method for attaining sudden enlightenment, whereby we return our mind to its pure essence, requires understanding that attaining enlightenment means the mind returns to its original, untainted state. Currently, our mind relies on mental formations, citta sankhara, and assigns value to physical forms. This results in the mind projecting outward continuously. To reverse this process, we need to turn the current back by recognizing that both physical forms and mental phenomena, our body and mind, possess no inherent self or true existence. I will guide us to see the non-self nature of the five aggregates. Let us follow closely and attentively. The teaching today is aimed at leading those who truly aspire to attain the path and fruition of nirvana. For those who seek this, follow along with unwavering focus. Right now, direct your awareness to the sound of my voice. Become fully aware of the sound as it resonates in this moment. Let your awareness rest solely with this sound, staying with it completely. Focus your attention on the sound of my voice and let it be your only point of awareness. As you focus your awareness on the sound of my voice, you will begin to stabilize your mind with this sound. Gradually, you will notice that the sound resonates deeply within the center of your consciousness, right in the middle of your chest. If you observe carefully, you'll perceive that my voice is echoing in the core of your mind, and your mind is steadily anchored to this sound, clearly recognizing it from within. When you're aware of this sound within, direct your attention straight towards it. You will discover that this sound has no form. It is merely a sensation, an intangible experience that cannot be fully expressed in words. Whoever perceives this realizes that the sound is formless, a mere phenomenon that defies description. At this moment, our minds are firmly grounded in the sound, without any thoughts or mental fabrications. There is only awareness of the sound, which simply presents itself to be known. If we focus directly on this sound, we'll observe that it is just a phenomenon, an indefinable experience. Whoever sees this clearly understands that this phenomenon is merely something, without even a label to call it a sound. It is just something that exists. While remaining aware, notice this sensation of awareness. It seems to be aware from somewhere unknown, like an empty space that is aware. Direct your attention straight at it, and you'll see that this awareness knows by itself. Who can see that it is self-aware and that the sound itself arises on its own? Who among us can clearly see that all of this operates on its own? Where are we in this process? When the sound arises, it is recognized. As the sound fades away, it disappears completely, leaving nothing behind. When a new sound arises, it is again recognized, moment by moment, word by word. Can you see that it knows on its own and then returns to emptiness on its own? So where are we in this? There's no need to engage with thoughts. Simply direct your awareness straight to it. Just feel, without using your brain or thoughts. Directly observe how this sound is just something appearing, empty, arising, and then how awareness recognizes it and returns to emptiness, both the sound and the awareness itself. When the sound and the awareness of it arise together, they also dissolve together. They operate on their own, knowing and being known on their own, and then return to emptiness. Where are we in all of this? Do you see how this natural process doesn't involve anything that is truly us or ours? This is why the Buddha taught that both the knower and the known, as well as all forms and mental phenomena, are not us and not ours. Who among us can clearly see that nothing truly belongs to us? This is the first point of insight. Now let's return to the practice. Focus your awareness on the sound of the teacher's voice, just as before. Keep your attention on it and then mentally erase the sound that you hear. Let go of the sound that has arisen. Can you see the emptiness before you? Now erase that emptiness as well, what remains. As you observe, erase the very awareness itself, what is left. As you grasp this understanding, erase it too, what remains. You will see that nothing remains that can be considered us in any way. There is no knower, no known, not even any knowledge or understanding. Imagine the first moment your body came into being as a pure, clear crystal orb. Visualize this clear, pure crystal orb before you. This is your mind at the very moment it first arose. Now erase this crystal orb. What remains? Emptiness. Erase that emptiness. What is left? Even the awareness of this moment, erase it. What remains? Now erase the understanding you have in this moment. What remains? Do you see that nothing remains at all? Where are we? Let's go through this process once more. Imagine a clear crystal orb, which represents our mind, or perhaps visualize it as a drop of pure water, resting before us. Picture this clear, pristine orb. Now shatter it, erase it completely. What remains? Only emptiness. Erase this emptiness as well. Erase the very awareness that perceives it. What remains now? Even your current understanding. Erase it too. What's left? You will see that nothing remains at all. Now envision your body sitting cross-legged with hands joined in reverence before the Buddha. Picture the Buddha before you as you sit in respect. Now erase the image of yourself sitting and erase the Buddha as well. What remains? Through this process, you'll discover the profound realization that nothing is truly ours. There is no self, no permanent identity, nothing to cling to. This is the heart of understanding Anatta, the nature of non-self. Erase the image of us sitting before the Buddha completely. What remains? Only emptiness, right? Now erase even this emptiness. What remains? Right now we are aware of this nothingness. Erase this awareness as well. No one is left to be aware, nothing remains to be known. There's no one knowing, nothing left, correct? Now erase even this understanding, erase the very comprehension that exists now. No understanding remains. What's left? Nothing at all, right? Can you see that nothing can be done here? There's no doer, nothing to be done, no knower, no object to be known, not even the concept of understanding itself. This is the essence of Dharma. This is the pure essence of our true nature. This nature isn't merely empty, It is the essence of purity that is empty yet alive, without any stories or constructs. Can you see it? When we delve deeply into our minds like this, we perceive this purity, this essence of Dharma that has no knower, no known, no arising, no ceasing, no darkness, no light, no good, no evil, no merit, no demerit. There is no self, no identity, no understanding, nothing at all. It is pure emptiness, empty of emptiness itself. This is the essence of our pure nature. Can you see that there is nothing that is us? As the Buddha taught, the 5 aggregates, khandhas, are anatta, not self. The 5 aggregates have no self, and all phenomena are without self. There is no us, no one, nothing remains. Even this understanding, this too is not. This is the essence of pure Dharma. So, what will there be to take into rebirth? What will there be to be born again? What is there to experience suffering? There is nothing left to suffer. We simply need to align our minds with this understanding and continually listen to this Dharma. This tape is designed to guide us towards the realization of this truth. We've reached the end of today's Dharma talk. Thank you all for listening. May you all be happy, peaceful, and free from suffering. If you enjoyed this clip, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for notifications so you don't miss new content in the future. Thank you.